Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a continuation of FORTRAN Programming Tutorial. Last video we discussed about the one-dimensional and two-dimensional array, and today we will discuss about the dynamic array in a FORTRAN. Dynamic array, okay. So what is dynamic array? When you are going to create an array but you don't know its extent of the array, you know the dimension of the array but you don't know its shape, you don't know its size, then in that case dynamic array comes in handy. So it means that while declaring a dimension, you don't need to provide its shape, but later you can provide the shape for the calculation. So without further ado, let's start by using a simple example. So I'm going to create a dynamic and program and implicit none. Okay, now I want to create a integer data type. Okay, integer data type, and I want to provide a dimension but I don't know its size, so I have to write the colon. So this colon means you don't know its shape, okay, and it is one dimension, you are creating one dimension. But if you write one comma and one more column, now it is two dimension. As you know, comma separates the dimension. Okay, so this is two dimensional, and if you write one more colon using a comma separator, then you will get three dimensions, but you don't know the shape of any dimension here. Okay, you can later provide the dimension. So this is the dynamic array. Now simply I want to create a two-dimensional array. Okay, so this is two-dimensional array, and one more thing, I have to write one more attribute, that is allocatable. Okay, allocatable means that dimension, that array shape can be provided later. So this is the main keyword for the dynamic array. You must write allocatable to create a dynamic array. Okay, so now I want to create a variable, and my variable, okay, I will say simply I will say my array. Okay, so what does this mean? I have created my array variable array, okay, which has a two dimension but we don't know its shape and size. Now I want that shape and size to be provided by the user. I want to create one more two more variables, and let's that be size 1 and size 2. So that means size 1 for the first dimension and size 2 for the second dimension. Okay, so and what I want is I want to read that value. Okay, but before that let me give one statement. Okay, I am using write statement, you can write print statement as well, and I will say enter the size of dimension just to show the user what to give input, and I have to give read because I am going to read the size 1 and size 2 value from the user. So I will say size 1 and size 2. Okay, so now I have to allocate. I don't know its size while creating my array variable, and for the size I am taking the user input size 1 and size 2 value from the user, and now I am going to put this size 1 and size 2 value in the dimension. So for that the syntax is we have to write allocate, and in the bracket, in the parenthesis, we have to write the array name, my array, and we have to write the size. So that so our is size 1 and size 2. So now what happens is when we get the value size 1 and size 2 from the user, this statement put the size 1 and size 2 value to the dimension. So in this way it works. Now I want to perform some calculation, so I will say I will perform the loop, and for the loop, you know, we need the variable, and since it is two dimension I need two integer variable. Okay, now I will say do I is equals to, I will start from the 1, I will go up to size 1. Okay, size 1, and end do, and do j is equals to, I will go from 1 to size 2 because j has to loop for the second dimension, and second dimension size is size 2. Okay, don't get confused here, and I will say okay, and undo. Now I want to assign the value of my array I and j value to be the sum of I and j, simply I and j. I will loop through 1 to size 1 and simultaneously I value will come here, and for each value of I, j will loop through 1 to size 2 and j value comes here. So each element will be the sum of the indices. Okay, I want to print the my array. Okay, so for that again I will create a loop, and similarly I will go to size 1 and do j is equals equals to 1 to size 2. Okay, and I will say and do. Now I will say print not size, my array what is the okay, I and j indices. So now let me run this FORTRAN array.f95. okay, hope it works. Yes, it works. And dot slash a dot out. So enter the size of the dimension. Now we have to give size 1 and size 2 value. So I will give 2 and 3. So we got the value 2 3 4 3 4 5, sum of individual value. Okay, so like this it works. And one more thing, when you are allocating, when you are using this statement, this program takes up the memory of the computer. So after you complete the execution, better to deallocate as memory. So deallocate, and in the parenthesis we have to give the array name. So that is my array. So this is the better way of writing the dynamic array. You allocate the value, and after completing your main program, you deallocate the array. Okay, this is all about the dynamic array, and it is very important feature of the FORTRAN programming language. Now let's go back to the array. In array, to assign a value, we use the indices value, and we use the shortened way. But there is one more way, okay, of assigning the value to the array. So let me show you that also. Okay, now what I want to do is, okay, I want to create an integer variable, and I want to give the dimension of that array to be a let's say 5. Okay, and I want that array to be a, and let me create another array of 2 dimension, let's say 2 dimension, and I want that dimension to be 3, 3. Okay, symmetrical matrix, let's say, and I will say mat. Okay, now I want to assign the value to this array a. So last time we gave the value using the indices like that, a1 value, a2 value, a3 value. That is one way, and we use the shortened way also. Shortened way is like this, and you write the element here, you separate it by the comma. So these 2 ways are good, but there is one more way. Let me show you that. That is using the data statement. So you write the data, and just you write the array data you want to provide. So I want to provide a value, and you write the for 2 forward slash, and you begin writing the elements of that array. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so a array has 5 elements, so I have given 5. So this is one way of using the array. Okay, let me print out, and for the printout I am going to create a loop 5 and do, and I want to print a I. Okay, so a is the array, and this is assigning the 5 elements to the array, and this is printing the value of the array. Okay, and here we have to provide integer I. Okay, loop variable we have to give where is that? Okay, yeah, so we got 1 2 3 4 5 because we have given value 1 to 5. So this is one way. So now let's go to the data of mat variable, and I want mat variable first row. Okay, this is the first index, that means the first row, and I have not given any number here, so it represents all column. Okay, first row, all columns, that should be 1 and 1 and 1. Okay, and similarly I want to give that of mat to second row, all column of second row. okay. So that be 2 2 2, and similarly data of mat, third row all column to be a 3 3 3, okay. Remember no equal sign here, as you can see here, no equal sign. Simply you write the data statement and you write the matrix, and if you want to provide the indices, provide indices here, and you write the elements. Now let me create the variable do I equals to 1 2 3 and do, and I want to print out the mat, okay, mat of I and j, but for j is equals to 1 2 3, okay. So let me run that. Okay, see we got, okay. Since they are in same line, I want to give one space here, okay. So this is the matrix we created using the data statement. So first row all columns to be a 1, so this means first row all column 1, second row all column 2, okay, third row all column 3. So this is the use of data statement, okay. And one more statement is used to control the array, and that is the where statement. Let me show one example of where statement as well. Where statement basically allows to use the specific elements using the logical operator. So this is the output of that mat array, and I want to change its value. Here are 9 elements. If any of these elements value are less than 2, I am going to change that to 0, okay. So that means this 1 1 1 I have to change it to 0, and any value greater than 2, that means this 3 3 3, I want to change that to, let's say, 100, okay. So in that case where statement comes in handy. So let me show you the syntax how to do where, and we have to provide the logical operator. So mat, our matrix is mat, okay. This mat represents now all the 9 elements, okay. If that mat any of the element is less than 2, okay, less than 2, then what I want, okay, first don't forget to do and where, okay. Then I want that mat to be a 0. So any elements which are less than 2, that should be changed to 0, okay. And I will say elsewhere, if that is not true, okay, for any matrix which is not less than 2, I want that matrix to be changed to 100, okay. So and let me print out once again. Okay, and let me copy paste this because I am going to use the same, okay. So I am again printing the mat by changing using the where statement, okay. So let me run. Okay, so you can see here any elements which is less than 2 is changed to 0, and any elements which are equal or greater than 2 is changed to 100. So this is the use of where statement to control the array elements, and this is the data statement, one more way to assign the value, which might comes in handy for a problem like this, okay. So this much for this video. If you have any question, write down in the comment section below, and next video we will talk about some functions related with the array, okay. And don't forget to subscribe.